Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun video. I'm making some last minute, super easy DIY decor for 4th of July. A lot of the items I was able to pick up from Dollar Tree, so they're also very inexpensive. So the first piece of decor we're making are the bomb shot type popsicles. They're the red, white, and blue kind of layered popsicles that you get in the summertime. So we're making something like that as a garland. Then I'm making a couple of flower bouquets in vases. Then we're moving on to some really easy but cute sort of chain garland that I'm going to hang on the banister going upstairs. You could also, I've seen it put out between the different pillars of your deck if you're having an outdoor party. And then lastly, I am making a candy lollipop topiary. And I think this would just be so fun for the kids. I think they would absolutely love it. And it looks really cute too. So let's go ahead and get started. I cannot wait to share with you all of the different ideas, and I hope you enjoy. First, we're making the popsicle garland. So I am taking red, white, and blue construction paper and just cutting it into strips. I just eyeballed this, and then I go back through and just kind of clean it up as I'm wrapping it around the toilet paper and paper towel rolls. You could also paint the rolls if you put white paper and then you just paint red and blue, but I'm not very good at painting straight lines, so I just thought the construction paper would be a little cleaner and easier for me, and I was really happy with how they turned out. So I start by cutting the paper towel rolls, and honestly, mine were not even. I sort of eyeballed with the toilet paper rolls, but it's definitely not something that I would spend a whole lot of time on. Once I got the rolls onto the twine that I used to hang up the garland, you really couldn't tell the different sizes, so I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time doing that and making sure they're even. I don't think it mattered a whole lot. So next, I'm wrapping the paper around the rolls, going red, white, and blue. And like you saw, I did kind of cut a little bit more off of the strip just so that it would be a little bit even for the red, white, and blue layers. And then I used a combination of Elmer's glue and a glue stick. I try to use a glue stick when I can because I think it's less messy, but it didn't hold as well as the Elmer's glue. So I used mostly a glue stick throughout the paper, and then on the very ends to hold it all together, I used the Elmer's glue, and that just worked a lot better. Once you have all of the rolls completed, I used about 8 rolls for my garland. I would say just kind of measure for what you need. Then we're going to attach the popsicle sticks. So I just used a little bit of hot glue and went through with the popsicle sticks and then just glued that to the inside and then let them dry for a little bit. I did let the construction paper dry a little bit as well. I would say maybe give them an hour before you attach the popsicle sticks. And then once those are dry, the popsicle sticks, gluing those to the inside of the rolls, it didn't take too long for them to dry. And then I was able to go ahead and just hot glue it to the twine, and it worked out really, really well. And I let that dry again for maybe a half an hour before hanging it up on my mantel. Next, we're moving on to the flower arrangements. So I was able to get all of this from Dollar Tree other than the food coloring that I already had at home. So I just had a couple vase glass jars, And then I got some fake flowers from the Dollar Tree. You could use fake or fresh, but since I knew that I was going to be keeping these up for several weeks, I went with fake. And then I also bought a couple spools of ribbon, one red and one blue. And then I'm starting to take the flowers so that I just have one flower each from the bouquets so that I can kind of play with it and make whatever type of bouquet I want with the red, white, and blue flowers. And this did take a little bit of effort with the scissors. If you watched my unicorn party prep video, I did this the same. I don't know why, but I don't have any floral cutters. We don't have any cutters in the garage that would help. So I had to kind of wiggle it back and forth with the scissors, but it all worked out. It was fine. So I'm just kind of arranging the bouquets before I put the water into it so that I kind of have an idea before I start getting everything wet. And that way I just thought this was a lot easier. Next, I filled the vases with water, and then I went ahead and started wrapping the ribbon around the top of the vase. And this ribbon, it does say sheer on it, but for whatever reason, I didn't see that when I bought it. So I kind of just thought I would be able to wrap one layer around and hot glue it, and I just didn't like how that looked. So I continued to wrap it until I got it to be a dark enough color so that you could see it, and then I just hot glued it ribbon to ribbon. I will say it does not work ribbon to glass when you're hot gluing, so just something to think about when you're buying your ribbon, that you will kind of have to wrap it a little bit before gluing it ribbon to ribbon. And then I went ahead and did the same thing with the red, just got that to be a dark enough red that I liked, and then went ahead and hot glued it. Next, we're adding the food coloring, so I just added a couple drops of red with the blue wrapped ribbon and a couple drops of blue to the red ribbon base. I just thought it would be cute to have kind of contrasting colors. You could just do blue in both or red in both if you wanted two matching ones, but I just thought this was kind of fun to kind of mix and match. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the floral bouquets. And since I already had kind of pre-done the bouquets, it was just way easier to kind of drop them in, and then I could just kind of fluff them to how I liked it. And I just thought this was so easy and cute. Everything's from the Dollar Tree, so very inexpensive. And I really liked how it looked outside because the sun kind of hits the water, and I just really liked it. I thought it would be great for an outdoor party. So the next piece of decor that we're making is the chain garland. This is what I hung going up our banister inside, but you could also use this for an outdoor party if you wanted to hang it going through your deck pillars. I just thought this was so easy, so quick. So we just started by cutting strips of red, white, and blue ribbon, and then I realized I didn't really like the white because the pillars in my banister going upstairs are white, and I just thought it was too much white. So I ended up just doing red and blue for all of the pillars other than the very top and the very bottom. I went ahead and used red, white, and blue for those, and then just red and blue in the middle, and you're just going to staple them so that they're loops and then loop them together. And I just thought this was so cute. Tegan absolutely loves it. Every time she goes down the steps, she says how pretty it is. So I was excited about that too. Next, we're making the Lollipop Topiaries. So I just picked up this tin bucket from Dollar Tree along with the styrofoam. You could try to find a styrofoam ball and then you wouldn't really need to cut it, but they didn't have that at my Dollar Tree, and I just wanted this to be really simple and cheap, so went ahead and just cut that so that it fit in the bottom. And then I did get the Tootsie Pops from Sam's Club. I could not find these anywhere. Usually they're really easy to find at like Target, and they were completely out. I don't think they're even selling them this year. So I was happy to find them at Sam's, and then I just started by going around with the blue and then went around another layer with the red, and then I just kind of finagle it until I get it to be how I want it. So this was just super easy. You could also put some stickers or ribbon on the outside of the tin if you wanted to kind of dress that up a little, but I didn't think it really needed it. I absolutely love how this turned out, as well as all of the other pieces of decor. I hope you guys found some inspiration. I also wanted to thank all of our military men and women. Thank you all so much for all of your service and sacrifice so that we can celebrate Independence Day. We really appreciate all that you do and have done for our country. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you do some of these DIY decor pieces, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're doing for 4th of July. I'd love to know your plans. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.